So you've decided to play Elden Ring. Um, well, good luck out there, boys. I'll give you a couple of things to do. Just walk out the door, run up, touch these graces. Always touch. Always touch. Then rest if you need to. Resting gives you all of your health and all of your FP back. It also revives any enemies you have just killed and puts them back at wherever they're supposed to be. Just completely resets the map in general, excuse me. Walk out, talk to this guy. It's not very useful yet, but he will be. The thing to take away from this is you talk to him for a while, you skip all his dialogue, and whatever, doesn't matter. You always want to talk to them again. Keep talking to them until they repeat what they just said.
Aren't you supposed to? Then you must favor without agree with the
Right? So he's kind of repeating what he's saying now. They don't always say everything in the dialogue in one sitting. So never forget to always extinguish the dialogue with these guys, because sometimes it can make the difference of whether or not you can even fucking get out of an area until you go back up and finish talking to somebody. It's really fucking annoying. Alright. Moving on. Running straight ahead to this church. Alright, Church Villa. Two things. Santa Claus. Hey, he's a vendor. He sells you stuff. He also has some dialogue options. Don't forget to extinguish them all. And the smithing table. Gives you a little breakdown on how to do it. You don't have any runes, so you can't do it. Don't worry about it. We'll get to that. That's on your time, not mine. There's Grace. Alright, so here's your map. This took me way too long to figure out, but if you look here at these little things, you'll see those little things. Stop at those little things, and that's what gives you the detailed map of the area. Let's go do that. So, head north, run straight through the woods. Come out this open area, this camp. There's a bunch of dudes down there. Just run around them. And this side of Grace, right here in front of us. And rest at the side of Grace. So he's sitting there just chilling, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, home chick comes in. She's going to tell you a lot of things and talk to you about a lot of stuff, but the main takeaway is she gives you your fucking horse.
Have you?
So to equip things, you can't go and find things in your inventory and just equip them from your inventory. This took me way too long to figure out. It's a frustrating system. You just go straight to equipment. Now this row here is going to be the quick items that you select whenever you press down. So I'm going to go to one of them, hit OK, and equip the Steve Whistle. I think the equipping things is kind of silly, but probably not to everyone. So anyway, whatever. So now, whenever you press down, you're going to be able to switch between your flasks and the Steve Whistle. Once you get the Steve Whistle, hit square, et voila. And the coolest thing, this guy's got a double jump. It's not very high, but it's useful. Okay, we said we were gonna get a map thing too. Where was that? It was right up there. Okay, he didn't see me, so I'm gonna get off my horse. I'm gonna stealth up to this guy because there is a sword there that I used for a very long time. Let's see if I can stealth hit this guy. I don't know if the samurai has one. Yeah, it is. So that's a crit hit. That's does major damage. You always want to put yourself in position for that. So, Lord Sworn's Greatsword. That was my bitch for a long time on other characters. I just want to see what it... Yeah, it's always better. But, if you'll notice, down below the thumbnail of the sword, attributes acquired strength. I don't have enough strength. So this sword, if you look to the left of where attributes acquired, attribute scaling. Right? So this sword will scale with strength and dexterity. So when you level up, if you want to keep this sword, you level up strength and dexterity. That makes the sword better for you. It scales with those attributes. Right? So if you're putting a bunch of attributes into fucking whatever, arcane and intelligence, sword's not gonna come with you as you increase levels. And that's for every weapon. Continue to run up the hill. See this golden tree? Stop this golden tree. Pick up this golden seed. Touch the grace. Alright. Relevant for quests later on. Go in here and talk to this chick. Remember to extinguish all of the dialogue. We're not here for her, we're here for something else. So, you're currently at Stormhill Shack. Right? Walking out the grace. Look, over there's a big, like, chunk of a ruin. We're going over there. We're gonna stay on a horse. Also to be noted about horses that took me way too long to figure out, when you're on a horse, the weapon is drawn. If you hit R1, you swing on the right. If you hit L1, you swing on the left. Now there's a little bowl up here. We need this thing out of this bowl. Strength, not crystal tier. Makes no sense. I don't know who's naming shit around here. From here we want to travel. Yes. We want to travel back to where we started.
This way, Tarnished.
Oh, as soon as you get here, Ranny starts talking to you. Or Rena. I still don't get which is which, but whatever. Talk to her, and she gives you a very important thing.
I am the witch. I'd heard
Blah 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 blah. Give me my thing.
I was entrusted by torrents. Tis a bell for calling forth spirits.
So what she's going to do is give you a summon.
From ash
and something to summon them with. Summoning spirits. These are going to be your best friends if you don't have friends with to play online. Which is me most of the time. So, we want to equip. Go down to our quick item slot here. Hit X. And equip. Well, actually don't. I mean, you can equip them. I'm not going to use them, but I'm going to equip them. Now, you can't just summon these guys anytime. You have to... the game will let you know when you can. If we run down toward this boss, you'll see that tombstone that popped up on the left-hand side of my screen, about middle ways. Right? So that means I could summon them here if I wanted to. I mean, we can go ahead. Doesn't mean anything. And that takes FP. So these guys will go out and fight anything that you fight. Alright? Good. Now that we got that, I've got to rest at Grace. Resting at Grace fills all of your flasks, your health, and your FP. know what F and FP stands for, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so where are we again? I want to travel almost due east from here. No, I'm gonna get back on the horse. Maybe a little south and east. No, pretty much due east. I'll try not to aggro that guy if you can, because he will chase you down and he will one-shot you. So this is the first step. This is where we first came out of spawn and talked to that dude, weird ass over there. I'm gonna go into these rooms. I'm going to remember to crouch. Enemies in this game are pretty stupid. They don't, I mean, if you're crouch walking, they may never see you. Open this chest, it's going to ensnare you in a transport trap, which is great. That's what you want to do. So you'll start here at Celia Crystal Tunnel. There's not a trap here, you can just do stuff. And that's not the looting button, that's the healing button. I've still never used any of those things. So again, crouch is your friend because everyone here can one-shot you. Go out the door, over to your right. Hug the left wall. These guys might see you, they may not. Careful, if you jump or fall, it will take you out of stealth. And rest at this grace point. Because when you get ensnared in a trap, you can't travel out until you rest at a site of grace. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen to you. Alright, so from there, run out the dough. I hear fight music, but I think it's just that thing down there. So what we want is right there, and right next to it is a stray dog. So, just run down there and get it. That's really all there is to it. Just spam triangle once you get close. Oh. And then run to the side of grace. If you spam triangle once you're here as well, you guys touch it, and then you need to rest at it. Alright, sorry, I had to cut out a spoiler there. So, we've got the dog. We want to travel back to Santa Claus. Okay, so we got another summons. This is the reason we all went down there. So, we want to go back in here and equip it. What you got is called the Rotten Stray Ashes, which I fucking love this dude. So good. It'll help you a lot. What happens is, the summons is this rotten dog that once he inflicts so much damage, he causes what's called a scarlet rot buildup. Excuse me. Had to burp. Scarlet rot buildup in the enemy. It's a damage over time. It's a dot, and it doesn't go away. Once they got it, they got it. Well, some bosses later on in the game have two-phase fights, and once they get to the second phase, the Scarlet Rot is gone. You can't really do it again. But by then, by the time you get there, you shouldn't need this guy. He's just a helper right now. So, the boss I told you to stay away from, we're gonna go back and kill, just to show you how this thing works. You can go ahead and call him up. My enemy is on a horse, so I'm going to... I fucking got the wrong one. Now, the dog's not too fast. But it gets there eventually. So for this guy, I'm going to stay on his shield side and not his lance side as much as I can possibly muster. Hit R3, lock on to him. This will keep you pointed at him no matter where you turn, as long as you don't touch the right stick. He hurts. Do your best not to get hit by this guy. Sooner or later, he'll aggro on the dog. You want to keep the dog alive long enough so that he can do damage to this guy. Ooh, he's almost... Oh, you got him! Now you can see a red mist coming up from this guy. He's got the right... He's going to die no matter what he does. All you have to do is not get hit by him. Didn't I say that object here was not to get hit? And he's dead. So that's going to give you Golden Halberd, which is pretty good. You're not going to have strength to use it. And like 3,000 runes, I think. So, here's where we level up. Go to level up. Want strength and dexterity. So now, with leveling up costs runes. We got 3,000 runes from that guy, and that's going to give you 3 levels. That's pretty awesome for, you know, 30 minutes into the game. You've got these things, and now you've got an idea how the game works. Now, there's one other thing I'd like to show you, and you're going to have to farm for runes eventually. Eventually, somewhere, you're going to have to fucking farm for runes. There's no getting around it. So I'll show you an early farm. It's not all that efficient, but it's not all that bad either. You just kind of have to be good and be sneaky. And it'll give you another flask, which is pretty cool. So we went and picked up part of it when we ran past the giant and picked that thing up out of the bowl. We're going to go now and get the rest of it. So, back to your map. Back to the Stormhill Shack. No, that's a lie. We want to go to Agile Lake North. And I want to follow the road on this one. Right, here we are. I got healing. God damn it. Always make sure you have your steed up before you waste a goddamn flask. So again, we're running. Nobody out here is particularly strong except for the Bridge Knight, and we're not going to stop for him. There's going to be a guy that yells at you. I can't find him. I looked for a minute and left. You can probably Google it. I don't know what it is. Hey, fucker. What's up? So stay. Once you get past the bridge, you get here, hang left. Run all the way down. Just keep going. I watched a guide on how to get to this place that we're going, and I got really confused once I got down here, so stay on the low path. When it comes to the fork in the road, hang a right. So here we are, Third Church of America. two things we want to pick up here. We'll get off a horse firstly. Is this thing. This is a sacred tear. Very useful. And this is the other part of our wondrous physic flask. Remember, we picked up the first part in the bowl. So, oh, forgot about the golden seed too. Touch the grace, rest at the grace. Rest at the grace. Motherfucker, I said that. Flask. So, the golden seed that we picked up underneath that little golden tree is going to add charges to your flask. Use one golden seed to increase the number of flask uses. Yes. It's always yes. It's never no. Now, the crystal tear that we just picked up will increase the amount replenished by flask. Use sacred tear to increase. Yes. Always yes. Don't fucking do anything else with them. I don't know why it's an option. Okay. So, now we have one more flask, and they also do more damage, and we have now a flask of wondrous physic. So this guy is going to give you a damage boost. Oh, we didn't mix it. Fuck. Gotta mix it first, guys. Mix wondrous physics. Click X on a box, X again, go to the next box, X, go to the next thing, X. Okay, it's mixed. Now we have it. It will refill 50% of your health, no matter how much health you have, and it will give you a little bit of a damage boost. You start getting all glowy red, too. It's pretty cool. Okay, now to the room farm. If you're standing in the church with the Queen, what's her name, to your left, run out the back. Just gotta climb all these rocks till you get down in the swamp. Let's see the phasey shit. Bam. Examine. Travel to another location. Yes. You'll start here. There's this big bastard there, and crazy fucking there who's addicted to drugs. You don't need to worry about either one. On your horse, run through this guy's legs, and just go south. Oh, we can't go through his legs. Just go down the road. Down the road, down the road. You're gonna aggro these guys on the way, don't worry. There's another golden tree right there. Spam triangle, pick that up. These guys will one-shot you. They have a mechanic that causes bleed, I'm pretty sure. And one hit will cause bleed and you'll fucking die. Just immediately. Get off your horse. Try and get off your horse. Touch and rest. Kind of like being on Friday night. Rest. Don't forget to use the seed we just picked up. That's going to get you yet another flask. Which is fucking great. So you've been in the game now for 45 minutes and you've got a great amount of flasks. You got the Flask of Wondrous Physics. You have the Rotten Stray summon, which is going to help you in a lot of bosses. And the other summon, which is, it's kind of cool. So, from that grace, head up the hill, hang a right. Be in stealth. Stealth is your friend here. You're here for runes, we are not here for honor. These little guys walking around, yeah? They're pretty stupid. He saw me. Never mind. Sharper. Can tell he's coming at you because of the white face. It's kind of hard to see, but it's there. Sneak up behind him, let off of the left stick, tap R1 for the stealth. As soon as your sword comes out, target him. Do not forget to target him. And just fucking do everything you can to kill that motherfucker. Right? It's gonna take you a few hits. But you just earned 1,000 fucking runes. That's one level. Well, it's like almost a level. So for every 2 of these guys you kill, that's another level that you get. The next one's on around the corner. This guy always gives me trouble, so we've got the the flask of wondrous physic. It increases my strength for like 3 minutes, I think. 5 minutes, something like that. And I'm gonna get behind him. And do a hell of a lot more damage on the crit. As soon as your sword comes out, tap R3, lock on to him, otherwise you will miss him. Right? 4 guys on the road. So I'm not overpowered at all. I started this character today just to make this video. It is possible, but I have been playing the game for a little bit. Right up behind him. Stab him in the neck, son. Target. Smack, 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 smack. Just spam the shit. Sometimes you knock him way back. Make sure you kill the fuck. They drop stuff. Pick it up. What hurt me most about the game is you will wear your starting armor for a very, 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 very long time. I like collecting armor sets in these types of games. So. Alright, next guy's down the hill back toward the Grace. Up on the little rise here. I can't tell if he's walking toward me. No, he's walking away. But once they get to like an obstacle, they'll stop and stand still for like 3 seconds. Or they'll just turn. So you got to be careful once they're getting close to an object. They all have kind of a pattern that they walk. And you do not want to face these guys head on just yet. So swing wide and stay stealthy. Oh god, he almost hit me. Fuck, the samurai's fast. He's a fun character. Alright, last guy is further down toward the Grace and the bridge. Don't worry about that dragon, he's right down there. You can kind of watch where he's going from up here. He gets to a spot you want him. Crouch. You can sprint if you hold circle in stealth. I haven't seen that it makes any difference whatsoever in your detection. So these guys have blinders on. Oh, don't hit me. Fuck. Got him. Alright, so that's great. We spent what, 4 minutes and we've got 6,000 runes. That's like fucking 4 levels, guys. It's that easy. There's like 14 of these guys wandering around this whole area. Up over the hills out there, there's 5 or 6 more. There's 3 more behind me over here. So you can stretch it out as long as you feel comfortable. The main thing you want to remember here is that if you die... Hang on, let's go die. Because I want to make this really apparent. See, I'm bleeding now. Blood loss. And I'm done. Well, I want to make this very clear. When you die, you lose all your runes. They fall out on the ground. And if you die again before you get back to them, they're gone for fucking ever. You'll never get them back. So, if at some point during this you die, the first thing you want to do is get on your horse and haul ass back to where your runes are. Your runes will be marked on the compass at the top of your screen. If you kind of got turned around in there. see up on the compass at the top of my screen, that's where your runes are. You want to get back to those runes and grab them sons of bitches before you die again, because the whole reason you're here doing this dumb shit is to get runes and to level up. Don't worry about any of these guys that can't catch you on a horse. Just make sure you get your runes before you die again. Make sure you get them. Go back for your runes. Big thing.